people like Lil Nas X and Billie Eilish and Billy Porter's like outfits that they've been wearing, and I really enjoyed it. I saw them like as Pokemon trainers. I saw them like in the style of Persona 5 cutscenes. Like there's some really cool ones out there. So I'm really enjoying that everybody likes the fashion.
You know who likes Persona 5?
Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne. Time
Danny
to go.
Brown, actually.
Danny Brown, but also Lil Wayne. Time to go to the latest Lil Wayne album.
Funnel cake.
He had too much funnel cake, and now it's time.
Funeral cake.
Lil Wayne's latest album, Funeral. Lil Wayne, New Orleans MC, legend of the bling era of hip hop. And yeah, there's not too much to say. If you don't know about Lil Wayne, you've been living under a rock for the last decade plus. This man has so many hits under his belt. He essentially established the mumble rap trend in pop rap. And the Carter 3 is iconic for essentially what it did for pop rap and changing the trends overall from something more, something more narrative driven to something more hyper and uncontrollable and strange and nasally. His last album, The Carter 5, which was released after so long of being enchained to Birdman. Birdman was holding it. He would not let it out of his grip. And then Lil Wayne tried to steal the CD back, and he just couldn't because Birdman's wings are so big.
And then he distracted him with a bag of bird seed, and he stole it while he wasn't looking.
And then Birdman went to jail.
Nice.
Because you're not allowed to mix both bird and man. It's too much power. No man should have all that power. So the Carter 5 it was actually a fun tribute to some of the highlights of the bling era. But it was mostly just a nice pop rap album. It wasn't amazing by any means, but I think I had fun with it. It was like an hour and 40 something minutes. There are way too many tracks, but I think overall Lil Wayne did his best to, hold his own over a ridiculous amount of songs. There's great tracks like Dedicate, Uproar, Mona Lisa with Kendrick Lamar. I just think that's a fun album that has its problems, but it manages to have a ton of highlights throughout.
It was a good time for all I'm concerned. I'm consistently blown away by how many people consider Lil Wayne to be like the best MC or best rapper of all time. Truly blown away. I cannot believe that so many people like think that Lil Wayne is so good, and then he puts out something like Funeral.
So this new album, Funeral, is an hour and 16 minutes, and god damn, is this atrocious.
Are we listening to the same Lil Wayne?
It's like there's no it isn't in comparison to really bloated long hip-hop albums. It's not the worst one I've ever listened to. He's also not trying to play the guitar and do rock music on this, so I'll give him that.
I wish you would do that. I miss it.
But yeah, this is just so mediocre and so long that it just becomes so mind-numbingly boring. This is just one of the most boring things I've heard in a while. Just like, I just wanted it to end. I was just waiting, and then this thing's like 24 tracks for some fucking reason. And all of them are at least plus 2 to 3 minutes, and they just keep on going, and Lil Wayne just gets nasalier and nasalier, and he just gets annoying and more annoying, and there's like no diversity to this lineup, really. Like, last one, you had some bling throwbacks, bling era hip hop throwbacks. You had some more conscious rap tracks like Mona Lisa.
Yeah, more like trap rap kind of things.
Yeah, and then you also had some like pop rap in there. And it was nice. It was diverse enough for that album. This is just like one note bright. It's bright, but it's like in a flashing way, like a little Uzi Vert, Playboi Carti type of way, where it's just annoying, like that type of bright. I think Lil Wayne's nasaliness is also making him seem a bit dated, in a sense, because it's like, I don't know, I feel like he's taking his own style and essentially doing what people have taken him from, or taking his influence.
So he's like copying himself.
Yeah, in a sense, because like I get a lot of Little Uzi Vert off of this, which makes sense because Little Uzi Vert takes from that era of Lil Wayne. and now Lil Wayne's taking from modern day Lil Uzi Vert.
Right.
And it's just kind of this endless loop of just I just feel like he's not even himself across any point in this album. Like he's kind of somber at the beginning track, but there's like he's also ridiculously stupid and the most nasally. The vocals on this range from like I don't know, See You in Your Nightmare with Kanye level fun to just fun stupid to just terrible. Like that's the range. Like sometimes it's ironically fun to points where it's just goddamn atrocious on this. Like I don't think he has a single good vocal performance on here that you can't say is just like ironic.
Yeah, I'm also really surprised by how many newer artists are featured on here and how much influence he takes from newer artists, despite coming out like recently and saying I don't like listen to new rap. I don't care about new rap. And I had a bunch of dudes in my Twitter timeline that are like, "Oh, Wayne's the king. Wayne's the goat. I can't believe like he doesn't care about new rap. He's at a point where he doesn't have to care about new rap when he's got people like Lil Baby and Takeoff and Lil Twist and X on his album. Like these are people that are new rappers. These are people that are like, you know, people that are taking from his influence, and he's like, well, come on in, like come join my album. And then he goes on record, he's like, yeah, I don't care about that. 21 Savage is multiple people.
Yeah, he said like 21 Savage is a group.
They're talking about how like Kanye West, like he didn't even know about the Sunday service thing, but like he was on a Kanye album.
Not the one that was the Sunday service.
Well, no, but
enough. You think we keep up to date with his own pals? That's what lean does to you. You lose contacts and the time. Like how much time he lost on this? I lost an hour and 16, and that was just secondhand lean.
I really did. I just want to go over some highlights and some lowlights. Highlights, the track Mahogany is short enough to just be really fun with some like really slamming percussion work in the background.
Nice splicing of vocals.
Exactly. And then leading right into Mamma Mia, which I thought was stupid and not ABBA, but also I thought it was fun. He makes a lot of really funny references on there. He's like, my girl's, what does he say? My girl's Jewish. Wait, my girl's Jewish? My money's looking Arabic. My eyes looking Korean. He says, I'm from Mars, but I'm acting like I'm from the Planet of the Apes. I thought that was super funny.
You get tracks like Dreams where he has
it's just Beck's Dream.
I don't think it's like that.
Yeah,
he just has ridiculous vocals.
Track.
This is like the peak of his vocals on here, I'm pretty sure, to the point where it's just like, yeah, it's uncaged. It's ironically entertaining.
The hook is awful, but it's hilarious. So he's talking about how he had a dream where he woke up. He had a dream where he was broke, didn't have diamonds or gold. I had a dream I was a fool, and you can hear like the auto tune. Didn't have a mansion or a pool. No, I know. He's gonna have to swim at the public pool. But then he says, "Thank God it was just a dream," and it's awful.
Get Out of My Head is probably his most experimental moment on here, but he's just ripping off X's style. And how this is like his third track with X, and he never met the guy.
The other one was better.
No, there's two more.
Cry.
There's two others. There's one in the Spider-Man soundtrack.
Don't Cry was the better track.
Yeah, it was. But this one, it's just like, it's not terrible. It still has all the cliches X had throughout his career, but it's still probably the most Lil Wayne takes a risk, and his risk was just biting someone else's style.
Yeah.
Like, Wayne's World is just stupid. Like, Wayne's World, sampling the Wayne's World, like, jingle from SNL. That is one of the dumbest decisions.
I would have thought it would have happened by now. Like, I thought this would have been a track like
You think he would have done this on
ago.
you think he would have done this on his rock album?
Or on his debut album, like literally any other project he's made. It's taken him until 2020 to make that connection.
Trust Nobody featuring Adam Levine showcases that Adam Levine will do anything for a paycheck, including working with Lil Wayne. This reminds me a lot of that Maroon 5 track with Future. Just two things that should never be put together are put together right next to each other, and they both get equal time.
And then it gets put next to each other again on this record.
It's just, I don't know why that was like needed on here. Adam Levine's so flat, Lil Wayne's so annoying. The two just make this like unholy pop rap garbage bath that is just like it's unattainable.
It doesn't feel like they're even in the same track. It feels
probably-
like the hook like came from something different, and he just slapped it on there. He's like, "Hey, look, Adam Levine's on my song."
Given credit, I think 2 Chainz is entertaining. I think Big Sean's okay. I think Lil Baby's passable. J Rock's passable. Takeoff's passable. The Dream just sounds like The
Not
Weeknd.
passable. He got an F.
Just sounds like The Weeknd. That's literally like The Dream usually has some more distinct vocals, but this time he just comes off as someone else.
Yeah.
Which is fitting on this album where Lil Wayne's just biting other ideas.
Of his former ideas. I wouldn't be surprised if Lil Wayne like drank a bunch of lean and then listened to his own record, and he was like, "This guy's really good."
Yeah, there's not a lot to say. I think this is just like so long. It's so excruciatingly long and just painful to sit through. The material on here is not the worst. I think in comparison to something like a Culture 2 by Migos, I think Lil Wayne's putting more time into his tracks longer than 15 minutes, which isn't really saying much, but I think he's putting more effort than something like Amigos. But I also think everything on here is just so excruciatingly boring that I think I'm almost in the same scenario I was 2 years ago with Culture 2. So that's why, keeping in mind all scores if you telling me this right now, I think this is a big old 2
Oh, dang.
out of 10. It's one of
Dang.
the worst things I've heard.
Yeah,
thus
I
far in the
really
year.
hate how bloated it is. I think I'm gonna have to echo that sentiment and give this a big, fat 2.
Now we need to take some, what is it? Pepto-Bismol.
Ibuprofen. Oh.
Pepto-Bismol to get rid of the blow.